Hello, and welcome to this Qigong practice. My name is Maureen. I also go by Mo. Qigong is an ancient tradition of energy medicine which originated in China thousands of years ago. In Chinese medicine, balance exists in the macrocosm of the universe as well as the microcosm in our body. The natural changes that happen in the universe also take place within us. So we pay attention to nature, and we pay attention to and cultivate balance in our ever-changing body. Qigong means energy work. Qi translates as vital energy, similar to prana in yoga. Gong means skill cultivated through steady practice. In Qigong, we'll focus on physical movement, but we'll also be cultivating mind. Cultivating a natural integration of body and mind. It's a two-way street. If the body can relax, the mind can settle, and vice versa. The benefits of Qigong are many. It brings balance to your whole system. It can clear the mind of negative thought patterns. As we change our physical body patterns, we can change our mental patterns. The method, your posture directs energy to move in certain ways. You place or move your hands to move energy. Don't overthink it or try to understand. Just feel it. What feels right? It's not so important that your body has the perfect form. Hear and try. That's it. It's more important that your body is relaxed while doing the poses than that your form looks like mine. Rely on the teachings and not the teacher. Just like yoga, there are many styles of Qigong and many purposes for which it can be practiced. Anyone with any kind of body can practice Qigong, as long as you remember to modify anything that feels like straining, and to slow down and take it easy. The emphasis in this Qigong practice is on opening to the flow of energy, regulating the flow of energy, and feeding all your major meridians or pipelines with nourishing Qi life force. The practices on this video are meant to be helpful for releasing stress and anxiety and feeling more grounded and calm in your life. Qigong is an excellent way to learn to orient your attention to your body and its always changing sensations. This tuning into sensation gives us access to important information about our life experience and our health that our thinking minds alone can't access. We are learning to listen to our body. Finally, remember Qigong is playful, dance-like, and flowing. It's not about stretching to a limit or making a shape. So just let your own Qi show you how it wants to do the movements. If you can be outside, this increases the gathering of the Qi of nature. Take off your shoes and be in contact with the earth if that's comfortable. For indoor practice, choose a quiet, well-ventilated space. Be gentle with yourself and never enter into pain. Your body will naturally open and strengthen over time when you slow down and enjoy your body just as it is. Sit down for any or all of this Qigong practice and do just as much or as little as feels right for today. I would like to thank my Qigong teachers, including Jerry Hemmerlein, Daisy Lee, Cynthia Spencer, Eva Wong, and the Taoist Qigong Primordial Limitless Gate School. So, to begin, stand with your feet about hip-width distance apart and your knees slightly bent. Let your shoulders drop away from your ears. And anytime during the practice you notice that your shoulders may be creeping up towards your ears, just gently let them drop again. Always leave a space in your armpits, like a ping pong ball size space, so that your arms, no matter what they're doing, aren't clamped to your side. This gives room for your heart meridian to fill with Qi. Bringing in the Qi. Now let's begin. So a few times, let your palms face up, bringing the arms up overhead, and purposefully and intentionally bringing in fresh Qi, Palms face down, elbows bend, hands slowly lower. Just repeating this, your palms face up to take in fresh chi, then your palms face down to center it within. And now keeping your hands at the lower dantian, turn your palms up. Inhale, hands up. And then you're going to exhale the right hand facing down over the inner left arm. Trace over the left fingers. And inhale, right palm up the left arm. And you're going to switch sides. Exhale, left hand down the inner right arm. Trace over the left fingertips. And inhale your cupped left palm up the right arm. And then both hands, palms face down. Slowly exhale to your lower dantian. And we'll repeat. Palms face up. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down the inner left arm. Over the fingertips. Inhale, up. And switch. Exhale, your hand is gliding, hovering around the fingertips. Inhale, up. Turn both palms down and slowly exhale. There are 5 meridians that begin and end on the fingers. You're waking up these meridians. And now awakening chi, knocking at the life gate, using your fists or the back of your palm or the back of your hand or your palm, knocking 72 times. Initially, when you begin this practice, you will count, but over time, it will just become intuitive. It's right around the sacrum area. And now we're going to knock on the jade pillow, which is the base of the skull, using your fists, tapping. It's a vigorous tapping, but never bruising, never entering into pain. Again, 72 times. Knocking on the jade pillow. Next, we're going to massage the kidneys. Just circling 36 times in this area. There's 6 practices in this awakening chi. And now we're going to massage the lower dantian. Take your right hand and move clockwise. It's the area below your navel. You're using your palm. Remember to keep a slight bend in the knees. And the next step is to massage the lower dantian using your left hand and going in a counterclockwise rotation. And now massage your temples. Infinity sign. Begin making an infinity sign as large or as small as you like, very gently and slowly, moving side to side. Just allowing this sort of flowing movement to enter you as you feel your feet on the ground, inviting the flow of chi through your body. There's no wrong way to do this, but whenever you're in doubt, just slow it down to bring in the slow power of Qigong. You can do this for as long as you like. There's a lot of repetition in Qigong. You could pause the video and carry on repeating this. Or you can stay in step with me. Slow, fluid movement involving your whole body. Walking Qi. Now beginning a Qi walking movement. You're not moving along in space. You're standing still, your opposite arm, opposite leg, engaging in flowing movements similar to our pattern of walking. Feet stay on the ground, only the heel lifts up, which helps open the kidney 1 point and open the flow of earth Qi. Just tuning in, gentle movement. Nowhere to go with this Qi walking. Try sinking down a little bit. Helps sink the Qi. Try letting your center of gravity be a little lower. And now pausing and just feeling sensation in your body. Self-massage. Now starting some self-massage, begin by tapping the crown of the head. If it's morning or daytime, tapping the crown of the head opens to yang energy, or more energetic and focused thought. If it's nighttime, you wouldn't want to tap. You would just gently circle the crown, very slowly, which is a calming influence on the Qi in the body. At night, this kind of circling the crown helps elicit yin energy, tuning into the natural flow. Now pinching gently along the inside of the eyebrow, and then running your hands across the top of the eyebrow to the temple, behind the ears, and down the neck. Repeating this. Starting at the inside of the eyebrow. This follows the triple warmer meridian, and that's associated with our fight or flight response. Following it in this direction helps reverse the fight or flight response, bringing us into our rest and relaxation response. Now tapping the orbital bone under the eyes, sometimes called the cheekbone, and doing this gently. It's the bone, not the soft flesh. It's grounding to tap in this location. Tapping here is associated with the beginning of the stomach meridian. Always feeling, never on autopilot. Making a V now with the index finger and your second finger, and rubbing vigorously where the ear connects to the head, and just in front and behind the ear. There are over 100 points, acupuncture points in the ears. And simply massaging around the ears and the ears themselves opens the flow of Qi in these many points. Now starting at the top of the ear, massaging the ears, you gently pull the ear away from the head from top to bottom. You can do this as many times as feels good, but starting at the top and massaging your way down the ear, pulling away gently from the head. And then making little points with your index finger and just sort of poking gently to the inner ear. Now, once again, massaging in front and back with the V of your index finger and second finger up the places where the ear is attached to the head, and opening the mouth to release the jaw. Energy medicine, yoga, tapping. beginning with the kidney. Cross the arms, which helps to synchronize and link up the two sides of the body and the two sides of the brain. And tapping just below the collarbone on each side of the body. You're tapping vigorously. You can use your fist. You can use the index finger, second finger, and thumb, called beak fingers. And now, moving to the sternum or breastbone. It's related to the thymus in Chinese medicine. This is an immune boost tapping here. You can use one hand or two hands. Thymus is considered the controller of the body's meridian system. Never bruise yourself or push too hard, but just a speed and vigor that feels good on the breastbone. And now coming to the upper side ribs and tapping, you'll likely find a tender spot associated. This is associated with the spleen meridian. You can tap or massage here. If it's tender, you'll know you've found the right spot. And back of the neck, just gently swipe from one side of the neck, from one side of the back of the neck to the other to release tension. Then using your fingers at the base of the skull, rub vigorously. This is one of the major gateways of Qi, and it helps to open up the Qi flow in the body. Just rubbing vigorously at the base of the skull. And back, shoulder blades. This is a major gateway between the shoulder blades for Qi. If you can reach there, massage that gently to open up this gateway. If not, you could place a tennis ball and rub up against the wall, your back. And now the life gate. The third major gateway is there at the top of the tailbone in the sacrum. Massaging with the palms helps to open that gateway of Qi. It's also helpful for eliminating low back pain. Bringing in the Qi. Once again, inhaling, drawing in fresh Qi energy into your system. Looking up if you're outside, just seeing the beauty of the sky and nature and bringing it into your body. You're part of it. And if you're inside, it's the same thing. Place the heels of your hands on the top of your sacrum, with your fingers pointing down towards the ground, and circle the hips very gently, several times in each direction. You decide how big or small to make these hip circles. Find what feels good for you. Changing directions after a bit. Place your hands on the fronts of your knees and rub the kneecaps vigorously. Rub the outsides of the knees, the insides of the knees, and the backs of the knees. Empty coat sleeves. This is a gentle twist. Just letting it be as loose and free and untethered as you can. You can make your hands into soft fists and tap at the front and the back of your hip, opposite sides. Moving with your own momentum, as slow or as fast as your energy calls for. And then you can add to it by tapping at the front of the shoulder. Now you're tapping the lung meridian and the kidney meridian. This helps to open up the Qi running up and down the spine. It's fine to let your heels alternate coming off the ground if that feels good, or you can leave your heels connected to the earth, whichever feels more easeful. Taking your stance, hips width apart. Slight bend in the knees. Open up the armpits once more. Drop the shoulders. Place your hands on the lower dantian. And now draw in fresh chi from wherever you are. Bringing it down through your body. Now inhale, raise the shoulders, and drop the shoulders on the exhale with a vigorous sound out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose, and then drop the shoulders and exhale through the mouth. These are all chi grounding movements, so it helps to release anxiety. These help with grounding and letting go of anxiety and tension in the body and the mind. Raising the arms up overhead, keeping your knees soft and exhaling through the mouth as you drop your arms. If it's comfortable, you can come off your heels. And when you drop and exhale, you can see and feel how this motion, this simple motion, is actually pushing down your energy, pushing down your chi, which is what you want, to feel grounded and not anxious. Anxious energy moves up, calm energy moves down. You're helping move your chi down to ground. It's not necessary to come up off your heels. If that feels too wobbly, you can just do this with your heels on the ground. Doing the side body, the arms rise up, out wide, and come forward in front of your body and cross with an exhale out the mouth. And likewise for the back body. Inhale those arms up and exhale as you sweep the arms forward. If you have any injuries to shoulders or rotator cuff, you wouldn't want to reach your arms behind you like this, but you will know what's right for your body. You've made space. You're helping chi move down, and you're inviting natural, fresh chi into your body, creating more space within, more groundedness. Place your hands on the lower dantian, which is the energy center that's the most grounding, where we're meant to store our greatest amount of energy. Pushing waves. Right foot forward, left knee is bent. Hands push forward as you lean your weight towards the front foot. Point your fingers down to cup the palms and inhale, pull the wave back in. Exhale, push the wave out, lean forward. Inhale, draw back. Start small and then begin to make bigger and bigger waves. Exhale, push your hands away. Inhale, cup your palms and bring the wave back in. You can add a noise to the exhale for your biggest waves. Whoosh. Inhale. Whoosh. And gradually, you'll begin to make those waves smaller and smaller until you stop. Taking your stance, knees slightly bent, shoulders relaxed. This is the energy clear. Shoulder to hip swipe. You reach across to the opposite shoulder with your hand and you swipe to your hip. Give the shoulder a squeeze when you're up there and swipe it off as if you're acknowledging tension and then you're releasing it. This helps to create synchrony and connection engagement between the two sides of the body and the two sides of the brain. You could do this practice anytime, even in the car when you're sitting at a stop sign. That was the upper body, and now we'll clear the lower body. Your waist to your legs. Reach behind your waist and pull across to the opposite hip, and then down the whole leg to the ground. Sweep it off. Doing each leg a couple of times. Starting at the opposite hip, dragging, sweeping, clearing. Switching sides. This again connects the two sides of the body in the brain and moves the chi down the leg to promote grounding. Jiggling chi. Now bring your attention to your lower dantian or belly, lower back, pelvic bowl, and imagine there are hundreds of 1-inch multicolored jello cubes in your belly, and that you want to move your pelvis in a way that allows the jello cubes to have a mix and mingle party. Just be playful here. Imagine all the jello cubes are meeting. With that kind of imagery, just move your body in a very loose and jiggly way. The exercise is literally called jiggling, and it's super playful, but it's also super powerful. Keep jiggling. Let the party enter your thighs and your calves, full of jello, loose and jiggly on the bone. It's the opposite of the fitness idea of sucking everything in. Don't forget to flap your wrists. Be purposeful here. Because 5 major energy meridians begin and end on the fingers, and they run through the wrists. So when we pump the wrist or flap the wrist like that, it helps pump the chi through the meridians, through the body. If it feels comfortable for you to come off your heels and jump, hop a little, to allow the jello cubes to spread throughout the body, feel free to do that. This can be as vigorous or as gentle as you like. You can do this seated as well, but kind of just let your inner child do this. They can do it for days and never get tired. We're only going to do it for a minute or two more. Let your body show you where the jello cubes want to populate, and remember, keeping it loose on the bone. Everything moves and jiggles. And the final advanced step of jiggling is sticking your tongue out and making a sound loud, like la 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 la. Wag your tongue back and forth, sticking it out. Yes, this is good for humility and not taking ourselves seriously. But even more than that, it releases a lot of tension and allows the jaw and the neck and the throat to fill with chi. Slowly stop your jiggling. You'll notice your heart beating faster, heat, and some tingling. Feel these sensations. Bringing in the chi. Once again, pull in this fresh chi into the space that you've just opened up by moving the stagnant old chi out. Feel the body. Notice sensations. This is the feeling of the life force that you are creating and activating. Tingling, vibration, heat. Tune in, notice, and feel. Meridian tapping. We're going to do meridian tapping, which helps move the chi along the major meridians in the direction that it's meant to flow. Start with clapping of the hands in front of your body. Then move to the top of the left lung, the shoulder well. And around the shoulder joint. Extend your non-tapping arm out with palm up and tap down the arm. And then clapping the hands again. Palm down, tap up the arm into the shoulder well again. Thumb up on that non-tapping arm. Go tap all the way down towards the thumb. Then go around the bottom of the arm Tap up into the armpit with the other hand tapping your C7 vertebrae, which is the most prominent vertebrae at the base of the neck. Go up and down the side of the body. If you're on the left side, like I am, tapping on your left, this is getting your stomach and spleen meridians. Then stop for a moment, notice and feel. Right side of the body, clapping the palms together again. This gets the heart meridian. And then go to the opposite right lung, tapping or using a fist, and into the shoulder well between the neck and shoulder. It's not unusual to have some tenderness there around the shoulder joint. Then palm up, tap down the inner arm. Then clapping. Palm down, tap up the arm. You can use a flat hand or fist with this tapping or patting. Then thumb up. Tap down the arm towards the thumb and underneath until you get all the way to the armpit, which helps to move the lymph fluid, good for your immune system. And the other hand is tapping at the C7 vertebrae. And on the right, as you tap up and down the torso, on your right side, that's your liver meridian. Notice and feel. Then finishing the upper body sequence, tapping the breastbone. One hand or two hands, this is good for the heart. Now flatten the hands and bring them to the hairline. And then tapping back to the base of the skull. Lifting your hands, coming back to where the hairline begins on your forehead, and tapping back to the base of the skull. We only go in one direction here. This helps reverse the fight or flight response and helps to encourage the relaxation response when we tap in the correct direction from the crown of the head to the base of the skull. So take a moment, feel what it feels like in the upper body as you have tapped all these meridians. Hands at your lower dantian. Moving to the lower body, with flat hands below the navel, begin tapping. Tapping side to side, getting that whole area of the lower dantian energy center. As you tap your belly, it's important, as with all your points, but especially in the belly, to send kind, loving, accepting energy. So many of us don't have a healthy relationship with the belly, yet the belly is incredibly important. It's working hard for us all the time. Tapping in the belly helps your metabolism. It helps your digestion. This energy center is the furnace for the whole body. Now tapping the back, sacrum, kidneys, buttocks, back legs to the heels. Then begin tapping the front of the feet and up the front of the legs. This is a vigorous tapping, but never entering into pain. And now finding these tender little points between the hip bones, then to the outsides of your hips and outsides of the legs. This is the gallbladder channel running down the outside of the legs. Then up the insides of the legs. This is the spleen channel, and back to your belly. This lower body sequence is very grounding, so we're going to do it again. Anytime you feel anxious, this is a good one to do. Tapping below the navel. Around the belt line to the kidneys. Remember, if there's any place you can't reach without strain, then just imagine tapping. It's still effective. Then tap lower back, down the buttocks, back legs, back knees, to the heels, top of the feet, up the front legs, on the side body, side hips, down the side of the legs, down the outside of the legs, the gallbladder channel, switching to the inner arch of the foot, and up the inner legs, spleen channel, tapping at the lower dantian, and ending by tapping your breastbone, the thymus, the sternum area. Stomping down chi. We're going to step forward with the right foot and push the chi down with an audible huh. It's like a type of martial arts sound. Inhale, exhale, huh. Add a little energy to it, a guttural kind of martial arts sound. The lower the sound, the more it grounds the chi. You can do this several times. Huh. Bringing in the chi, the micro bend in your knees, little space between your armpits. Bring in the fresh chi into this well-flowing, well-regulated system that you are supporting. Always noticing if you go on autopilot and gently bringing yourself off of it by simply paying attention. Without judgment, feeling, sensing your hands. Drawing in the fresh chi, bringing it into your body. Place your hands on the lower dantian, feeling and sensing, holding here for a few moments of standing meditation. Holding chi. Now, like you're holding a ball of energy in front of your lower dantian, below your navel. As you inhale, pull the palms away from one another. And as you exhale, bring the palms closer to one another. You may begin to feel the palpable sensation of that ball of chi. Connecting your hands, connecting your palms with a visceral sensation. So tuning in. The hands never touch. There's nothing you need to force or make happen. But the more you practice, the more you're going to feel that chi living. Let your inhale lengthen. Let the arms reflect the length of your breath. Take your time as you exhale, bringing the hands back together. Feeling your hands connected by that chi, even when they're far apart. And condensing the chi into a ball when they move together. And with your hands on the lower dantian, storing that chi for later use. Now we seal the practice by closing the chi, rubbing your hands together vigorously, generating heat. Keep going a little longer than feels like required. And now you're going to massage your entire body. Chest, abdomen, arms. You're just massaging. Back. Hips, one leg at a time. And then you pound the whole body. This gentle pounding. Never entering into pain. Getting all the same areas you just got with this massage. Back. Hips. Legs, pounding the legs. end by circling the lower dantian, and we'll gather the qi. Your palms face up. Inhale, draw in fresh qi. Really seeing the beauty of nature, taking it all in, bringing it to your body. Maintain the hands at the lower dantian level for a while. Your palms face down, fingers point inward. Bend in the knees, relaxed shoulders. Feeling and sensing. Namaste.